Hello everybody, it's me Fibble, and I'm here today with me for something truly incredible. It's my Advanced AllScrolls Warps Technique Guide. This guide will be low effort and short, but it will give you a comprehensive understanding of the top strategies used in the AllScrolls Warps category. So what is TSA? Well, it is short for Text Storage Anywhere. So what this basically is that with any NPC, if you press the compass and also press space at the same time, this will happen. The menu will pop up, and once you X out, you'll have text. But the key is that you can move around and stuff during it. It's very useful in all trophies and other categories that nobody cares about. But recently it was discovered to have a use in AllScrolls. Well, what is this use? So how is TSA used in AllScrolls? So basically, the world record has been standing at that 810 by Wasiosi for a very long time. It's been stagnant, and the only way that anybody's going to beat it is by basically playing perfectly. Well, we have a way now. You skip the ending cutscene of a sport. It's truly incredible. We already knew how to do this with different ways, but those either use the browser by refreshing the page, or by kind of playing around with the save data and setting up something and then restarting the game, which obviously isn't very cool. So, how do we do this? It's called TSA Skip. So, I'm going to just restart a new game, and I'm going to do it on Marathon just to show you. So let's skip the tutorial. And, well, actually, you know what? We're gonna just do TSS here. Alright, so let's just pretend I've just done TSS, and I'm by the boat. And the boat I can do it with because it has multiple text dialogues. So let's open up the compass and press space at the same time. Okay, we got it. So now we warp to the sport we want, in this case Marathon. Alright, so we should be in the cutscene with this text box. It looks super weird, but let's just keep going. Okay, now this is kind of a tricky part. So you press OK, you're going to be in here now. Now you want to pause by pressing 1, or whatever you use to open the menu. And if you just click the text box, you can advance it. Now, the sport will start playing while you are in this. Isn't that crazy? So you can. So I'm gonna do Marathon right now. Just to demonstrate. So it's a bit harder to do the sport blind. I mean, I just hit, but you can do this with any sport that doesn't require you to use the action key, like Marathon. Because think about it: if you use the action key, you're quitting the game, and that would you can't do the sport. So this works with basically everything except climbing, which you have to use the action key, and table tennis. Okay, so right when the cutscene, now I just quit out. Bam, you've skipped the cutscene. Isn't that super cool? So you skip the cutscene and you're already back out here. Then you can just go to Rugby and do it again. With Rugby, I mean, we still have a lot of routing possibilities, but you can find an NPC to do it with here and do TSA Skip with Rugby too. So it basically allows you, using TSA, you do the sport while in a menu. Then, when the sport is done, you can quit out and skip the entire ending cutscene. It has huge repercussions in AllScrolls. So TSA Skip is great and all, but you know it does waste a little bit of time. I gotta roll over to an NPC, and I gotta talk to him and initiate text storage anywhere. You know, maybe I need that 1 or 2 seconds of time save. Well, let me show you the wonders of map skip. Now, we can really only do this on 3 sports because, as you'll see, it makes completing the sport a lot more difficult. So I'm just going to demonstrate on skateboarding. Alright, so how to do map skip is first you just enter the sport normally. You let the cutscene play. Right? Okay, so now you quickly exit out. Okay, now that you're here, you're going to want to open up the menu. Go to something other than skateboarding. It doesn't really matter as long as it's not in skateboarding, I found. So I'm going to go to Artistic Swimming. Then, while my menu is open like this, when I'm right next to the red gate, I press 1 and space at the same time. Bam. Now, I should be in the sport, the countdown going, and the map is up. Isn't that incredible? The map is up while I'm playing the sport. So, of course, here's the difficult part. You need to complete the sport with the map up. And I'm on RC7 right now, so I need 5,000 points. So I'll just skip ahead in the video to when I'm done with the sport. But, basically, this, again, can only be done with sports where you can't press the action button. Because if you press the action button, you just automatically warp out to out of the sport. And you can't do the sport. And you need to do the sport, of course. So let's get 5,000 points. So, I think I did it. Oh, yep, and right when the cutscene plays, I can just warp to the next sport. Bam. Skip the cutscene. Now, there's some advantages and there's some disadvantages to the map skip. First, it saves a bit more time over TSA Skip because you're not finding that thing to do text storage anywhere with TSA. But it makes the sport a whole lot more difficult because it's covering the entire screen. So it's really only possible with skateboarding, artistic swimming, and if you are really good at it and you have the muscle memory, rugby. But anything else, it's going to be impossible with. But luckily, you don't really have to do this. So there is a skip. There is a way to skip that cutscene that broke the game. In fact, it's called GDS. You know what that stands for? It stands for Games Dead Skip. Okay? This is absolutely insane. So I'm going to be using Rugby to demonstrate this. So how do you pull this off? So we're just going to enter Rugby like normal. Okay? You let the cutscene play, much like map skip. Okay? Then you exit out really quick. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to open menu, go to settings, and with your selection on start new game, you just press space. Okay? You're going to be in the game now with the start new game menu up. And remember, you can't press action during this. I'm just messing around in Rugby here. Okay, actually, hold on, I can't get caught here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm doing Rugby. Now, right when Rugby ends, I press no, back, I warp. So, this breaks the game because it basically combines all the advantages of TSA Skip and map skip into one big skip that it isn't totally blind, right? It doesn't cover the entire screen. And it's also fast to do. You don't have to use TSA on an NPC and lose some time. Games Dead Skip, GDS, okay? Using that skip, you can do every single sport except climbing and ping pong, because those you need to use the action key. You can do every single sport using that skip. That skips 5 ending cutscenes. It's insane. You can pull off like sub 740. Isn't that crazy? It's insane. So, now that you guys know how to do this, use it in your runs. It is 99% going to be allowed in AllScrolls Warps runs. Technically not officially yet, but go out there and use this in your runs and get sub 8s. I mean, isn't that insane that we're saying that? Sub 8s in AllScrolls. Fairly easy. Alright, so this was Fibble. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Wasiosi thinks I'm awesome.